Hello, Algebra 2 students. So today we're going to look at how to multiply and divide rational expressions. What you're going to want to have on you, your notes, pen or a pencil, and you may need a calculator today, but it's pretty much not going to be needed. What's your objective? You're going to learn how to simplify rational expressions accurately. You're also going to learn how to multiply and divide rational expressions. So, some rules you're going to want to remember. Multiplying fractions. Remember, we just multiplied straight across. So if we have 1/4 times 1/5, remember we're going to multiply. So 1 times 1, that's going to give us 1. And 4 times 5, that's going to give us 20, right? So that's how we multiplied fractions. Dividing fractions, remember, we keep, we switch, and we flip, right? So flip the second fraction and change it to multiplication. So if I have 1/4 divided by 1/5, I'm going to do keep the first number, switch to multiplication, and flip the second number. So I'm going to go 1 times 5, 4 times 1. Give me 5/4, right? And of course, we're always going to simplify our answers. So let's try this when we actually have multiplication in here. So very first thing you're always going to want to do, factor before you multiply. Always factor first. So let's factor 2x squared minus 10x. Very first thing I notice, I can take a 2x out of the top, right? So let's take a 2x out. I'm going to be left with x minus 5, right? Looks about right. Over x squared minus 225. That's the difference of perfect squares. So that's going to be x plus 5, x minus 5, right? Times, can't simplify x plus 3, so it's just going to be x plus 3 there, over 2x squared. All right, now let's look. Is there anything we can cross off from each other? I notice I can cross off, I have x minus 5 over x minus 5, so those guys can cancel out. Change to a different color here for our crossouts. 2x squared. You notice how I have a 2x here and a 2x squared? Well, that 2 is going to cancel with this 2. And 1x is going to cancel with one of these x's. So I'm going to be left with 1x on the bottom, right? You can kind of see how that works out. So then, what am I going to have left on the top? Nothing on top over here. So that would be technically 1 times x plus 3. So it looks like I have x plus 3 on top. This is gone. That 2 is gone. I'm left with 1x over here. So I'm going to be x over x plus 5. That is as far as I can go. I could also multiply that x in. Get something like that. But I am okay with you not multiplying it in. If you stop here, that is fine by me. You do not need to multiply that in. Let's take a look at another problem here. So I got 4x squared minus 4x divided by x squared plus 2x minus 3 times x squared plus x minus 6 divided by 4x. Okay, very first thing. Let's simplify. Let's factor some stuff. 4x squared minus 4x. I could take a 4x out of that, right? So I'll be left with x minus 4. That bottom here. So now I'm going to have to remember how to do that. My AC is -3, right? So a positive 3 and a -1 should give me that positive 2, right? So if I box here, make a little tiny box, I'm going to have x, 3x, or x squared, excuse me, 3x, -1x, and -3. So I'm going to have an x, a 3, and a -1. So on the bottom here, x plus 3, x minus 1, times, now I need to do this top one, x squared plus x minus 6. My AC is -6. What two numbers multiplied will give me -6, but add together to give me 1? Oh, a positive 3 and a -2, right? So I can make this, skipping my box, positive 3, -2. Can't simplify 4x. So now I'm going to change color here. Let's see, what can we cancel out? A 4x and a 4x can cancel. Ooh, x plus 3 and an x plus 3 can cancel. Ooh, that should be x minus 1. Messed up. That should cancel there. So I am just left with x minus 2 is my final answer. Careful on your factoring. That's going to be the problem that's going to catch you the most is your factoring problems. Alright, so let's take a look at this problem. So I have x plus 2 divided by x squared minus 4 times the quantity x squared plus 6x plus 9. Very first thing, let's factor. So I got x plus 2 on top. Can't factor him out. Let's change a different color here. There we go. X squared minus 4. That's a difference of perfect squares. So remember, that's x plus 2. Square root of 4 is 2. X minus 2. Times. Now we need to find the factoring of x squared plus 6x plus 9. So my AC is 9. That gives me 3 and 3, right? To give me 6. So I can make this x plus 3 once I do my box. If you don't need to do the box, by all means, don't. Since there's nothing on the bottom, I can just make that a 1. So now, let's cancel some stuff off. These two can be gone. X plus 2 and x plus 2. That's about it, right? Can't multiply anything else. So we're going to have 1 times x plus 3 over x minus 2 times 1, x minus 2. And that's as simple as I'm requiring you to go. You could FOIL that back out, but basically you're going to get x squared plus 6x plus 9 on the top. So I just kind of want you to leave it as that with the factors. Now, one dividing problem. So 2x divided by 3x minus 12 divided by x squared minus 2x divided by x squared minus 6x plus 8. So, very first thing, let's not do more than one step at a time. I see students that try to flip and factor at the same time. It's very confusing. So let's factor first and then we'll flip. So we're going to have 2x over, take a 3 out, x minus 4 divided by, I can take an x out, x minus 2 divided by AC of 8, negative 4 and negative 2 will give me that. So x minus 4, x minus 2. Okay, before you even start factoring and like crossing stuff off, let's flip that second problem so we can get to multiplication, all right? So we're going to have 2x over 3, x minus 4. Switch to multiplication. And then we're going to have x minus 4, x minus 2 on the top now, over x minus 2. Okay? Now, we can start crossing some stuff off here. Whoops. So let's cross some stuff off. I can cross off x minus 2 and x minus 2. X minus 4 and x minus 4 are across from one another. X and x can be crossed off. That looks about right, right? So I'm going to have 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, excuse me, over 3 on the bottom. 2/3 would be my final answer on that one. Everything else canceled off. And that's the end of this video. This is Miss Marsh, signing off.